What's up, you fuckers and fuckies?
Wait, hold on. I haven't laid down yet. Hold on. Just for everyone listening, I just want you to imagine me laying down like Rose from Titanic.
No, that's it. No, imagination over. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chucklefux.
My tits are out. I have the
I'm
heart of the ocean
right
onto my...
The one with tits out is Eric. I'm Jay. And the one
Josh.
pretending to draw right now is Josh.
I'm playing Fortnite.
Holy shit. We have a good pleasantry. It starts so shit anyways. Holy fuck.
No. Josh is like pretending to like draw me, but he's like playing Fortnite with like a stylus on a tablet. Like, yeah.
This is episode 17. Please take it away. Take it off of Fortnite, please.
I've been playing Starfield a lot.
That's fun.
I have a lot of opinions about Starfield and like the what's it called?
Is it like Fallout? I heard it's just Fallout, but in space.
I mean, so
I wouldn't know much about Fallout since I haven't played it.
Right. So I mean, like it's a Bethesda game, right? So it's bound to pretty much be
Skyrim
similar to that, you know? Because like,
no, I feel like Skyrim's pretty different from like
Skyrim
Fallout.
is different in the sense where it has like powers and magic and stuff instead of just weapons.
In Fallout, you have stim packs, all that slow-mo
I mean,
stuff.
you still... I mean,
not really.
well,
No, you don't have that
VATS.
in Skyrim.
You have VATS in Fallout, which is different. But
I think at the core of those games, the only thing that's really similar is that there's a lot of walking.
Oh yeah,
yes,
definitely.
and Starfield is like has a lot of walking in it, right? Which leads me to my next point of like a bunch of people bitching about how when you go to a planet, you can't just walk around the entire fucking planet. Like, come on, you're in the vast, vastness
world
of space.
borders?
Sorry. Yeah, there's invisible walls. There's like world borders
gay.
and stuff. I mean, it's gay, but it's like the point is you're not supposed to, explore that far out, because if you really wanted to walk around an entire planet, you would be there for days, weeks, just to get like halfway across. Maybe not even halfway across, So for you to just like land in a spot, roam around, gather everything around there and discover everything that's around, that's all you're really meant to do. Mm-hmm. So what if there's like an invisible wall you could still at least see, but if you scale it, right, and you zoom in to the planet and then like and set a new landing zone right next to it, that's a far distance, for like for like how far they scale when you're in the map like UI, right? You're looking at the planet and you have two landing zones right next to each other, almost like overlapping because they're so close together. Mm-hmm. But even then, if you were to actually scale that to a map, that'd still be far as fuck. You would never reach that in 15 minutes,
That's fair.
So
I don't think like people that go like, oh yeah, you should be able to walk across the entire planet and explore everything to like planet scale wise. I don't think they truly understand what they're asking for.
Yeah.
Because like remember that beach day that we had, Josh, where I took you mistakenly to a bathroom that's like a mile and a half away, and we walked like an hour to and from
with the full bladder,
with the full bladder and everything, right? Like that would be the game. That would
be the game, and you would have gotten only a mile. You know what I mean? You would have to do that at least like 24,000 more times to get anywhere, any kind of progress.
I'll be honest, Jay, my feet were like, kind of fucked up for like the past week after that. Oh no.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, that's how that's funny.
Oh man. But yeah, it's really dumb how people are like, man, it's like invisible walls and stuff. You can't walk around the entire planet. It's like you don't want to walk around the entire planet,
I think it's because in No Man's Sky you can.
But that's the thing, you can, but they're still not to scale. Like people do it in like what is it?
Downscale it like 10 times, or probably like a shit ton.
It takes like what 45 minutes for them to like walk around the entire planet or something.
So, yeah.
Like that's not realistic at all. You're walking, you're sprinting at max, but like you still would never, get anywhere near of a fraction of this of the what's the outer layer of a circle, right?
Diameter.
The diameter. You wouldn't, complete any percentage of the diameter of the planet in 45 minutes.
Would be equator, but
we're just gonna leave it at that, man.
Well, actually,
Look, man, this is why I'm not the smart one here, right? But yeah, I think it's kind of dumb, you know. And then they're like, oh well, you know,
hold on, tits are out.
if it takes they were talking about the attention span of like gamers and everything, and they were saying, oh, you know, it would take you 5 minutes walking from one place to another, right? Whereas in other games it takes 45 seconds or something like that. And I'm like, yes, of course. It takes you 5 minutes to get from wherever to wherever. Of course, it's like that's unfortunate that it takes you that long. But that's why there's only a couple of spots in this generator. What the? Are you good? Are you okay? No. I'll give you a second. No.
Keep going.
No. Let all the sounds out, man. We'll count this as part of the burp compilation.
We're good.
Just give you in the background talking about Starfield.
I'm about to edit it out.
We're good. Keep going.
Okay. And we're back. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But yeah, it was just like, of course, you're gonna have a lot of space in between all the things because you know you're in abandoned or not very established planets. You know, everything's gonna be pretty barren and empty. You're not gonna find shit every 45 seconds. It's just not what it is. You know, so
No, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, outside of that, I mean, not that I think that that's a bad thing at all. I do kind of wish that they had like a little mount, you know, where
There's no vehicles?
there's no vehicles.
Okay, that's
in the
gay.
game. Yeah, like that part is
You
gay.
should have vehicles because, like in Skyrim, you have
Right.
the horse. I don't know what you have in Fallout.
Right. No, you don't have anything in Fallout
Oh.
either. But Fallout is a significantly smaller map,
No, yeah.
and it's a dense map, right? So you find something every few, you know.
Yeah, you always have something to do.
You always have something to do, something to explore, right? But for Fallout 2, it's like there's so many like little destinations that if you wanted to go somewhere outside of those destinations, there's fast travel points in almost every part of the entire map. So you have at least like a reference, and then you can walk the rest of the way.
That's fair, yeah.
Starfield doesn't really do a great job at
Spreading out points of interest.
No, they do. Well, they do too good of a job at spreading points of interest, where it's like really far away from each other. They're just not great about like informing you that there is a map kind of thing, and it's not really detailed at all. It's just a map, or it's just like a background with some dots, letting you know that that's like space, and then giving you all the points where you can go, and nothing in between. So it's kind of pretty bare, you know. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, like the mounts. Oh, if there is any kind of like faster travel kind of thing, like a mount or whatever, a car or something like that, they have like jetpacks.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, like so it's only really a problem if you play the way I do, where I collect everything.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, you know, in Fallout, I'm pretty sure this is the same thing in Skyrim because I've never played Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
But if you carry too much shit, you become over encumbered.
Yeah,
right.
You can't fast travel. Yep.
Yeah. And so you can't fast travel. You can't move very fast. And that's about it, right? So you could still do that in Starfield, and you could still move just as fast as you were before, and you can still sprint. You can't fast travel, but everything takes stamina, and like that system is a little fucked. I preferred,
funky.
Yeah, it's a little finicky. I would have preferred, you know, moving slower than not being able to move at all, really, without any kind of penalty, you know. And then like the jump packs, the jetpacks or whatever, they do a pretty good job. They help a good amount, but then only in planets that have pretty low gravity. Because if you have a pretty like high gravity planet, you're not going very far on a boost pack, and that's when it's a real bitch, when you're over encumbered and carrying, you know,
and you can't fast travel,
like triple the amount of things that you should be carrying because you're carrying all the dead guys' guns and armor and stuff that are heavy as shit. Resources, not that big of an issue.
Well, to be fair, you're also someone that would pick up literally every single drop from the people that you kill.
I do.
Which means
Like their clothes.
I pick up everything.
Like
their
one
clothes,
battle
armor.
would means that he carries around 15 dudes like armor and like guns on him.
That is the situation I'm at right now. I've gotten to the point where I've come up with a system where my ship and my person, right, like my character, only have the bare necessities, and any extras I have that on like an off-world or like on like a home planet kind of thing, which kind of should be the case, but everything else I just sell. So I have lots of money.
No shades thrown whatsoever at the way that you play the game, but if you function the same way that you play games when it comes to a zombie apocalypse, I'm sorry, dog.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead.
So fucking dead.
Look, man, if zombie apocalypse actually happens, I would gladly just off myself. Like, I would be such an inconvenience and a liability in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. I'd be like, bro, there's like 10 bullets over there. There's 20 zombies over there, and I have 3 on me right now. But 10 bullets, I could go get those. If I do it right, I could get them, you know? And I just end up killing myself or everybody else around me.
We would just like skip one house. You'd be like, but there might be stuff in that house.
There might be stuff in that house. They're like, you know what's in there? 50 zombies, but there's stuff in that house, you know? That would 100% be me.
Why do you think there's so many zombies in there?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah?
No, it's not coming out anytime soon.
The burp?
Huh?
Or the fart?
Both.
Nice.
I'm just kidding, just the fart.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
that talented.
Oh. Well, you gotta up your game, dog.
I know.
A Bart?
I know. I gotta be able to expel gas from both ends of my body simultaneously. That's what we do.
Wasn't there a fart, burp, Bart?
A Bart or a Bert?
Furt?
Bert.
Oh, yeah, bird. Yo, yeah, it is a bird, huh?
Shit.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, I mean, there's not a whole lot that I can complain about. I'm actually not really great at flying or like vehicle combat, especially.
Well, I mean, they're mainly used for traveling in it.
No, they have sections
there's-
where you have to.
There's combat in that game, and I actually really like it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. Yeah.
No, I lost it again.
No. He's
All right.
gonna end up shitting himself.
I honestly might. Who knows?
I would love to. I would
It's a
love to
very
be there
real
He
for
did
that.
that at the
possibility.
grocery store earlier. He
Shat
was like,
himself?
No.
Oh,
So I started.
I was kind of hoping it would.
I
Shit
started
himself.
listening to another podcast,
Mhm.
and it's a
Which one?
Dungeons and Dragon thing.
Oh,
So
Dungeons and Daddies.
yes,
Nice.
So there's a bit in it where they were trying to make that joke, and then a person was like, "Oh yeah, a minivan is out of gas," and then the guy's like, "Yeah, my character farts," and then everyone laughs, and then like he was like, "That's funny, but seriously, we're out of gas." So, and he's like, "My character farts again," and at the end was just like,
Okay.
"Roll a d20." And he actually
Very
shat
good.
himself.
Very good.
Funny.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good talk, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no,
Episode's
just
over.
to just end the Starfield thing. All the comments I have are gameplay. Gunplay is really good.
That's
they
fair.
They have a pretty good loot system in terms
Yeah.
of like weapons and stuff. I actually enjoy it. There's always like something like relatively new.
Yeah.
Or like it always challenges the guns that you have. You know, like there's perks and there's mods that you can like gain and get, and like the same gun could be like an advanced version or an improved version, which would be better than like say if you have like an exotic version of something, like the rare version might be better than that just because, you know, it's a higher level and has better stats or better perks that you might enjoy a little bit more, you know? So it kind of always challenges what you have and it kind of forces you to keep changing your stuff, which I'm pretty
totally
cool.
fair. Yeah, no.
I'm pretty psyched about that.
Yeah, not to dive too deep into this because this could go on forever, but like I really do enjoy when games like always change their mechanics in a way where you have to constantly adapt to it.
Yeah.
Remember when I was playing what's his face? Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
how you for different like types of character you have to use different stands to kill them, and just that way you're always like forced to change your strategy and the way you do things. That's always a good time.
Yeah.
I'm a big like build guy. Like if I have to change my build to like conquer something, fantastic, I'll do it.
That's a good time. Yeah, and there's nothing where like it's not like a build kind of thing.
No, yeah.
But it's mainly just like a loot system where it's like, oh well, that one has better stats. I like those perks. I want to use those.
It's just mainly the way you loot and like the traveling system that encumbers the looting.
yeah. No, 100%.
Well, since we're on the, you good to go with this topic? You're trying to
or like finish this topic?
Yeah.
Just to like to end off.
Go for it.
I don't know.
This is like your third time ending.
I was gonna get to where I'm at right now.
I'm
right?
here for it. No.
I've gotten 2% into the story, so I don't know anything about it. So I've just been doing side missions, and I have almost 25 hours in it.
Cyberpunk all over again.
You know what's gonna happen?
It's worse though.
He's gonna progress in the story for like a little bit and figure out there's a much more efficient traveling system.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
unlocked by the story.
Yeah,
It's just
that's how
gonna
I
be
feel
like, God
Cyberpunk.
damn it.
No. I'm gonna eventually unlock Class B ships, and it's gonna completely change the way I play the game. And then I'm gonna just finish every other quest that I have at that point. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
and that's my gameplay of Starfield. I don't have parents.
Yeah.
I don't have parents.
I've been playing Liza P.
Nice. How's that?
I suck at Souls games.
Yeah.
I guess this is technically my first. Would you count the? I guess you can count the Star Wars one though.
I mean,
It's so styled.
it's a
It's
game.
so
Soul
styled, but it's
yeah.
not.
not necessarily like a
so
Souls
difficult.
game, but
Right.
I say Liza P is closer to like an actual Souls game.
yeah.
In terms of difficulties and stuff like that.
I don't know the difficulty, but at least in terms of like the style, it's more of like a fantasy setting.
No,
more
yeah.
than
Yeah. Just I think it's really funny, but like I noticed this too when we played a lot of Monster Hunter, which is like not exactly the same system, but like the combat is somewhat similar. You're encircling a giant thing that's trying to hit you constantly, right?
I get too greedy.
Well, one, you get too greedy, that's always. But like the second thing that's really funny is that when the times come to run, you never keep your eye on the monster. You just start running, and the camera will pan out elsewhere, and then you would get hit by a long range attack, and you're like,
I expect the
"What the
lock-on
fuck?"
system to work in this game, though.
I'm like, bro, you can't
I
be
expect
surprised
the
by that.
lock-on system to work in this game because it has been good.
God,
In Monster Hunter, it's not that good. It just breaks your neck into like place for some reason. But yeah,
That's hella funny.
it's a good game. One thing I don't like so far is that enemies delay their attacks. So like they wind up like this an attack pattern that you like studied already, and then it's just like 2 seconds later. It's like, what the fuck, man? The timing's so up.
That's pretty cool though. That like
No,
they-
yeah. Apparently, that's something that Elden Ring does too. So
It just sounds like regular combat, you know? Like,
no, they don't do that in like other Dark Souls
I
games.
thought you were gonna say they don't do that in combat. I was like,
they definitely do that in combat. No, I'm talking about like real motherfuckers punching each
yeah.
other on the street, you know? Like people just delay their attack all the time. Like you think it's just throwing a feint.
yeah. No,
Not
but
that
that's
it
cool
makes
though.
it any easier, but goddamn, that's cool though. It's
Yeah.
cool that they do that.
Because like once you like memorize something's pattern,
No, yeah. You're like it's way easier.
would probably
I feel
know
like that's
this.
the problem with the Star Wars game.
That's
honestly.
fair.
It's a simple pattern. For
you
the
would
most
probably
part.
know this. I mean, this is like nowhere near like as hard as any of the games that you have just mentioned. But remember the hunters from Halo? Once you learn their attack pattern, you just like move a little bit, walk a little bit, turn around, shoot, and they're dead, and that's it. Where like they're supposed to be like the most like formidable or like the most scary like creature or like alien in that franchise, but in the first few games they're the easiest fucking thing to kill outside of a grunt, you know?
I'm glad that they make them easy or harder later.
Yeah, I do like that they made them harder. Yeah, that was a good time. So I just wanted to mention that. That's like the only one that I can think of where that's like it's the opposite, where there's no feints, so predictable, too easy, you know?
But like the first time you fight them, you're like, oh fuck, how did I beat this guy?
Yeah. Once
It's like
when,
how the
when
fuck
you
they
don't
get
know,
like that little orange patch on his back.
I remember this one time, I will never forget it. I was playing by myself, or I think I was playing with somebody, and I had like a
Playing
sniper.
by myself. There you are.
Wait, How does that sensor work? Does it still continue from last time or
What?
What?
Which one? What?
Which one? What?
Oh, I thought you said her name. Jane.
No, playing with myself.
Oh,
playing by
with
myself.
yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I was making a joke about him whacking his ding dong.
Yeah,
keep
that's the
going.
way I worded it.
No.
No, what was it? I forgot what I was even saying. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. I was going to say like earlier. I tried so hard to segue into a thing, but the game talk just kept going, and then we passed it. The moment's lost. There's no good segue anymore.
We can go back to it.
No, the segue's gone. Please keep going.
I want to go back to it. I'll bring up Starfield again. But just long story short, I killed a hunter with a sniper, and I shot like the little orange bit, like his head kind of thing. Like I shot him from the front.
That one.
yeah. There's that orange bit. It's like really hard, and like it doesn't really do anything.
No, yeah.
But if you hit it good enough, because it's really small.
Is it one shot?
It's like 1 or 2 shots, but I just like kept spamming because I was trying not to die. And like I think I was playing Reach or something. I think the Reach hunters have a little bit like a bigger like hitbox in terms of their head. And I hit him and I killed him. And I was like, I went insane, and I will never forget that. And that's it.
I remember playing 3 and then seeing the brutes. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
These guys are lame.
I was pissed, but then I was like, yo, there's an alliance.
And I saw the fucking giant gorilla with the grab hammer. I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
On like the first stage, I'm like, how the fuck do I beat this guy?
Yeah.
Halo 3 is a good time. So good. Like the transition from 2 to 3 is like amazing.
No, I mean, those games I think will be timeless, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For a very long time. You
still gotta play Halo, June.
Yeah, we have to do it.
I promise you, I'm gonna piss off every single person that lay eyes upon my gameplay. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm just not gonna watch you.
We're not gonna do a lasso.
Yeah, we're not gonna do a.
You can do
Wait, we're not.
Well, me and you can, but
we can do it.
Trust me, you can put it on the easiest aim assist difficulty, and you guys would still be pissed. It's gonna be fantastic.
I was playing Halo 1 recently. I still got lost.
That's hella fun. Oh yeah. Oh.
Halo 1's it's very easily.
Yeah, it's really easy to get lost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like they have that system where it teleports the person to you. I think he's gonna get teleported a lot. Because it teleports you when you get too far. Oh no, but no.
Here's the thing, right?
No.
When I play games, I'm like you, where I want to check out every single corner of the map, but with none of the directional sense. So I would go to the same place like 4 times, thinking that I haven't been there.
I think one thing that'll throw you off, Jane, is that there's no running.
Everything would throw me off. Every single thing. It's gonna be great.
Like me and Eric are used to it because we grew up with that.
Yeah.
I grew up with Quake games. You grew up with Halo. I love Quake games.
Quake is pretty good.
Yeah.
Halo.
The movement's just so nice in those games.
I grew up with games that it's either third person, bird's eye view, or has a mini map. So
Halo has a mini map.
Oh yeah, but you know.
I guess it's pretty like basic though.
It's like a thermal map for the most part.
It's like if it's like a radar thing, I can't do it. The mini map thing that I'm talking about is fucking GTA Vice City with the whole ass street and everything, and like you know the whole map, like a legit smaller version of like a Google Map thing on the side where you can see everything. That's the kind of assistant that I'm talking about. So yeah. I'm very directionally challenged.
Well, that's one thing I don't like about Liza P. There's no map.
There's no map? That's gay.
I have to remember everything, which I'm fine with. I have a good memory of like things, but still, like when I'm like first walking through things, I want to have a map at least to like know where I'm going.
That is fair.
I mean, map I feel like is a pretty basic
mechanic.
I thought it'd be like something I would get like later on, like in a stage, like
an item or something.
Yeah, but no, it's just not a thing at all. I'm not sure if that's a Dark Souls thing or a Souls type thing, but
I don't think you have a map for.
I know in Demon Souls you don't have a map.
Not a mini map either way. Like the most map that you have is like you open a thing and it's just like, oh, you're in this region. That's about it.
It doesn't have that at all.
I think I heard that Elden Ring, like it took forever for people to realize where the map was or something when it first came out.
I mean,
Whether that's like it was like a mechanic thing that we could figure out, or if it was an item, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So maybe it's kind of like that, where it's like there's
hopefully,
yeah, where nobody knows.
I
remember it took when I saw that. It was like a few weeks, if not like a month or two after the game had come out, where everyone's like, we figured out where the map is.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Well, Elden Ring's also like open world too.
Yeah. Well, is Lies of P not really like that?
Sort of. It's very dense.
That's fair.
Oh, it's like older Souls type games.
Like
it's like Bloodborne. If you know how that
quote unquote like open world as like a concept, right? It's not like a sandbox map, but it's still technically open world, I think, because you're free to walk around wherever. It's just the map is like designed in a way where there's pathway to a certain area and stuff like that. So it's not exactly like a, oh yeah, by the way, you're on a flat piece of land that you can walk in every single direction, you know?
Well, you can do that in Elden Ring though, I think. Where you can like fight any boss at any time.
Right. No, that's that's the open world, like the concept of open world is that you can do whatever. It's not limited by level. It's not limited by like, oh, you know, this area is restricted until like a certain thing. You can just go there if you want. You just die, you know?
You just fucking die, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of just like to mention this. We don't have to have a conversation about it again. But I do kind of wish that Starfield was multiplayer. That would be.
It was.
It's not.
Would be fun.
It's not. Well, at least I don't believe it is. I don't think it is. I don't.
That sucks.
I feel like if it is, right, like you would already be invited to play together with people.
Well, I was under the impression that it's not a multiplayer game.
It's probably not.
Here
we go. Let's time to find out.
Yeah, let me look it up.
I mean, if that's the case, I'm willing to download it since it's on Game Pass.
I'm not.
Well, because then it would be a thing of whether it's crossplay or not. Well, actually, no, because
I'm on PC.
Yeah, it's on PC.
Yeah, I'm on Xbox PC.
Yeah.
I mean, that should work.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
I got it out, but it's silent. I'm so disappointed.
No, it's not multiplayer.
That sucks. I'm not downloading it.
What happened?
I'm not downloading it.
That's how funny. But yeah, no, I really wish it was a multiplayer game because that actually would have been really fun. As a
like
multiplayer
I've seen
game.
some clips or shorts of it. I can see how it can be fun.
I do still really want to play like an MMO with you guys.
Well, we have to figure out what that is. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we're playing Destiny, but you guys barely like Destiny.
There's Black Desert. We have.
Oh yeah,
absolutely
you're right.
not.
Black Desert.
Well,
I don't know anything about it.
I was absolutely not. Story? I was gonna suggest Baldur's Gate, but you don't like high fantasy stuff.
Here's the thing: I'll figure out a way to enjoy it if I'm playing with people.
It's not like D&D. You have roles. There's initiative.
Right, but it's a little bit different than actually playing D&D.
I guess so, since it's not being made up on the spot.
It's not like
most of the things are scripted.
Or Diablo.
I mean, I have Diablo, but are you talking about 4 or 3?
If I'm gonna play, I might go for 4 instead.
I mean, that's fair. It's newer.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any gameplay for Fallout for
Diablo
4.
Yeah, that's another reason why. It's because like it would be cool if we're just starting over fresh without like anything. Like you don't know any of the actual game.
It's like a new content. Fresh game. Yeah,
it would still be entirely fresh for me.
Exactly.
I haven't played Diablo.
Well, for me too.
Diablo games are good.
Yeah,
they're good. Yeah. They're a good time.
There's a reason why. Yeah, it's still going on.
I relatively grew up on Diablo 3. It was a good game. And I got really excited when I heard that it was on the Switch, and I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be on the Switch!" And I got it.
That's nice.
And then all my friends that had Switches that wanted to play games together, because I had the money, I bought a couple of them Diablo because I wanted to play with them. So
fair enough.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. It was really fun. So
I'm down to play it.
All right.
No time.
Time to cook up a segue. Here we go.
Notes.
What was your other segue? Can we hard segue into other thing that you had? It was when we were talking about Starfield. Well, it was like kind of towards the end.
I'm gonna hard segue, but I'm gonna act like this hard segue is the most natural thing in the world.
Right,
so I'm gonna pretend that the last 30 minutes of conversation hasn't happened, and I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Right?
Starfield.
That's the beginning of the podcast.
Fun game.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Starfield.
Hold on, let me psych myself up.
Vamping for my friend Jay to segue into Something that's not Starfield. Starfield. Oh, wow.
No, yeah. So I totally understand like the whole traveling and having a long time in between like places, right? So just like in Starfield, I had to. So where I park and where I'm going to school, it's a far distance I have to go.
Oh my god!
So my jetpack is my rollerblades.
Did you use your life hack where you just put on your head?
Oh, did you do your life hack?
Yeah.
So I tried.
And
I went one trip, right? And it was fine. It got dangerous a couple of times, but it was fine.
Okay.
Weird ass fucking looks, and also I had to hold them with both hands instead of one hand. I'm not as fucking
balanced.
I'm not as like
coordinated,
natural or coordinated as I was with one hand and walking.
Yeah.
Right. But it was fine. I looked like a fucking mushroom on real trying to balance himself, just going like.
Yeah, like we said, that's not the point. The point is that you're comfortable.
Right.
Fuck the looks that you're getting.
Right, 100%.
You're being
You already look like a mushroom.
The problem with that is, as much of a mushroom as I look like, it was not comfortable having this skin.
No!
I know.
Wait.
I'm just as disappointed.
So the life hack failed.
No. I have a modification to your life hack.
Oh, here we go.
I have a beanie. Just put some socks in there and then put it on your head. And then you got a cushion.
I don't think that's the issue.
The contact between the thing on my head is not a problem.
Oh, what's the problem?
Balance.
Oh, that sounds like a skill issue.
See, it really is, right? So I only tried that once, and that was before I was really struggling with school and trying to catch up on everything.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, right? The past couple of weeks has been just a fucking shit show for myself to like figure out and do stuff, right? I keep doing this thing where I'm asked to do a project, but I do way more than what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, remember that project that I showed you that I'm trying to fucking finish?
Yeah.
Other people do stuff like a fucking slideshow. Like, they do a thing where each scene is changing a color, and then the letters are just going like, right?
Oh.
That's what they're doing.
Some like basic ass shit.
Yeah.
Well, is like the project to animate it, or is it just to like make...
Project is basic animation. I didn't need to do any hand-drawn stuff. I didn't need to do any shape layers. I didn't need to do any creative transaction. I'm just going for it because, one, I want this to be podcast material, and then I want other stuff. But either way, right? I keep trying to kill myself, and like it's always a good time when I start, because I'm like, I have this idea, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then I'm like, it can't be that bad. Like, I know it's gonna be bad. It's like, you know,
it's not the worst thing in the world. It's
fine. It's like, it can't be that bad to fucking go down to a sewers or something just for this like project, just as an analogy, right?
What?
Like,
wow.
And then like a week later, when I'm actually like knee deep in shit, I'm like, oh fuck, you know.
Very good. Okay.
Well, either way, that's an aside.
That's me editing the Let's Play right now.
I don't know exactly.
It's not that bad. And then they're like, oh,
you're like,
how the fuck do I do this?
I don't know exactly what went wrong, but every single thing that was just all over the place in my life converged on September 14th. And
3 days after 9/11?
Bro.
Yeah, 3 days after 9/11.
Bro.
Wait, was it a day that we put in chat about that?
About what?
About me not knowing 9/11? Is that the day?
No.
It's a
9/11 was like
last recording.
Wait, do we record on 9/11?
No, we recorded the day before 9/11.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But we put a day like, something didn't happen on that day.
No, that was like, it was like a
9/11
week or two before or something like that.
Was it?
That was when we made fun of you, I think. But okay, go ahead.
But just as any other day, on the 14th, I got on my roller skates and I put everything on my body and I'm just going to class. And the moment I stepped out of my car with those rollerblades, I was like, oh shit. And I fell like backward, not on the ground, but I had
with the thing on your head?
Huh?
With the thing on your head or no?
No, it wasn't even with the thing on my head. It was just strapped across me, and I was just carrying it like a normal like a normal messenger bag. And I was like, whoa, fuck was that? Like, I almost just ate shit there. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And didn't think too much of it until I realized I've forgotten how to rollerblade. I fell down and ate shit like 3 separate times on my way to class on a thing that I do on a daily basis, right? Right before going to class, in front of like 2-3 people that go to the same class as I am, right? I turn a corner, slip, and just slid across the entire concrete pathway on shorts with my whole fucking thing, and I was carrying like 4 or 5 different items, each of those sprayed out in different directions.
No.
So I became a puddle on the ground. Like everything that I had just slid in like a fucking fan around me, and I'm just laying down like, what the fuck is happening? And then like this girl that I fucking go to the painting class with came over and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine, thank you." And then I just got back up.
Yeah.
And I was in so much like shock, slight physical pain that I was just feeling incredible amount of hatred for that girl that asked me if I was okay.
She was just trying to help you, bro.
100%, right? And I didn't display any of that hatred towards her, but I was pissed. I was like, if there's one thing I hate more than eating shit in front of people, it's afterward people try to pity me and like ask me if I'm okay.
Them pitying you. They're just concerned.
And I understand that. I understand that. Like I said, look, listen, I used to be a much more unhealthy person than I am now. And on that particular day, all of those unhealthy emotions just boiled up to the surface. And I was like, holy shit, I really just hated that girl's guts, even though she was just trying to like ask if I'm all right and make sure I'm physically okay.
Yeah.
And I was like,
she didn't give a fuck if you were mentally okay. You already fell in front of a hot chick.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And I was like,
wait, was she hot though?
She's aight. She's your typical white girl, is what it is. You good? You're right.
Wait,
the
on a
fax
scale,
machine's going off right now.
I was trying to do the equations in my head.
Okay,
wait, on
yeah,
a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
She's like a 6, 7. Normal ass, standard looking motherfucker. Yeah.
That's fair. All right, cool. Continue.
Yeah, it was just for a moment, I was like, oh my god, that's really unhealthy. Very nostalgic. Very unhealthy. Okay.
Old Jaden came out that time.
Oh yeah,
His anger consumed him.
like anger consumed him. Jaden came out, and I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Nice.
But yeah, and then I ate shit like another time on my way back to the car. I don't
In
know
front of
what
the same
happened.
girl?
No, not in front of the same girl, but in front of like completely different strangers. I also like made a driver piss his pants because I kind of sprayed out the same way I did before in the middle of like that
The street?
that street that goes into not street, but that entranceway to go into Target. The Target that's near the nearest to school.
On 7th?
Yeah. So there on 7th you can
In the
turn
middle
it
of
right.
7th?
In the middle of 7th,
He almost
I
fucking
ate shit
died.
again.
I don't know if
and
you
I
remember what
just-
7th looks like. It's like the
huge
big,
ass
it's the,
yeah.
one of the big
not,
streets.
It's not on the big street. It's on the pretty busy like entranceway into the plaza. So it's like an entrance to a plaza. But there were still like 2 cars there,
Yeah.
and they shat their pants because I was like, right, and then they were like,
Yeah.
Insurance fraud.
I would have just ran you over. I'm sorry.
honestly, I wish they could have. Like, I felt like such a fucking moron that day.
Yeah. That's a good time.
So what I'm hearing is
What's up?
your thing being in your head is still in the lab since it's a skill issue right now.
Honestly, like I would
Sounds like
try
a
it
lab
again.
thing.
I would one of these days when I'm better at rollerblading.
I mean, what it
I would
really
try
sounds
again.
like is that, you know,
It's a skill issue.
well, 1, it's a skill issue. 2, it's like just carrying a big ass fucking thing.
Well, here's the
It's
thing.
kind of fucking up your mobility, you know?
I've been going to school with that big ass fucking thing from like the very beginning, and I've done that for at least like 10 times. Well, if you count to and from,
What?
then at least like 20 something time.
Uh-huh.
And at the exact same route. Like this is not a new
Yeah,
route to me.
yeah, I
I
guess that's
know
fair.
that route. I know where to stop. I know where there's a lot of
Are
people
you
and
parking
traffic.
in the Target?
No, I'm parking
Oh.
like on the other side of the Target because the Target technically enforces no like university parking. So it's very close. Just think of me as going to the Target for my parking.
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't know what happened that day. I just can't do what I was normally supposed to do. It was just a shit day. I don't know what happened.
You just lost.
I really did. Yeah.
Skill issue. True skill issue.
It's in the lab. It's in the lab.
It's in the lab.
It still happened. 100%. I'll try it again.
Very good.
Try it again.
Very good. You got this. Easy clap.
Holy fuck, my guy.
Can I talk about nothing?
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever just tried to sit and do absolutely nothing?
I fall asleep.
So as you get older, right, this is becoming like a more and more luxurious commodity, right? It used to be like something that you want to avoid. Like as a child, sitting down doing nothing is the default, and you just get bored. Right?
Like, I don't want to do nothing right now.
Yeah, but like currently in our current stage in life, I feel like that's a luxury, you know?
Yeah,
like getting able to just truly not do anything and not think about anything. Like
that's fair. Yeah.
Even if you sit down, you're still thinking about doing other stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, but I'm guessing you had one of those lately. How'd you feel about it?
Well, no, I didn't really have one of those things. Like so I had one of those moments involuntarily in the middle of work where like I forgot I fully had like a blue screen moment like while I was working because a lot of different things were going on, right? And so I was working, I was answering questions, I was helping what's her face do her thing. All of the what's her faces, I was helping them all do their thing as usual. And like I had gotten up to go do a separate thing to ask someone like a question.
Yeah.
And I came back to my desk, forgot what I was doing originally, right? And sat there like completely blank, you know, sitting there not doing anything, blank face, absolutely nothing in my head for like a solid 3 seconds.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Huh?
Head empty, no thoughts.
Yeah, I really had a head empty, no thoughts moment. I was like, oh fuck! What? Wait, I'm at work. Hold on. Oh, wait. What was I doing before? You know? And I was just like, that was kind of nice. I should do it again at work, but I should try to do that again. I haven't tried to do it again since, but I was just like,
I'm really happy for you. Josh, I think he discovered meditation.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so here's the thing.
You should go bald next.
You're right. I should go bald next. Maybe it's all these hairs are giving me all these thoughts.
That's right.
You
gotta lock your hair with.
That's right. Okay, what's up?
Right.
You gotta lock your hair with other people. Get their thoughts.
Yeah. I think you're talking about Avatar: Last Airbender.
No.
I was also thinking about that. In my head, it was just like bald Avatar. I was like, Avatar the Last Airbender.
Fucking. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because I've tried meditating in the past because I was like, I want to not think so much. I want to just relax, you know, because I felt like I don't ever truly relax. I'm either in a state of just wanting to die or wanting something else to kill me instead of myself. You know, I'm always like in that state. So I was like, I want to just relax for a second, and so I tried to do like some meditations. Side note: my uncle is like I think I've told you this, Jay.
I believe so, yes.
Where like my uncle or like my step uncle, right?
My step uncle's kind of cuckoo.
Is like he's like some kind of guru. He's like a Buddhist or something, or he's like Hindu or something. And he's like this, you know, middle-aged, well, truly like middle-aged, like white guy. And like he.
He's at that age where he's like, I'm gonna get enlightened.
I guess. Well, yeah, I think he already believes he's enlightened or something, and he does guided meditations, like kind of like all over the world.
Oh,
Not
okay. Look at him go.
I don't want to say all over the world, as in like, you know, he's like well known or anything. I think people just support him enough that he can just go around the world, and then he gets stuck there for a bit, and then
sound pretty fucking good to me.
I mean that. I don't know anything about him really. I just know that he's like a guru, and
maybe he's your way in.
Well, I would listen to some of his meditations when I was younger to try to help me like meditate and stuff.
Does he have like recordings of stuff?
Yeah, he had like CD recordings and everything.
Just as a side, right?
Yeah.
From my experience of what I was like as a teen, it's impossible impossible to meditate.
And that's the thing.
No, yeah.
That's the thing.
No
I'd be
way.
like, oh man, here I
No
am
way.
trying to meditate. Oh, not actually making the sounds because that's
Retarded.
he didn't tell me to do that, so I didn't do it.
I have to censor that. Fuck.
And then I'd be like, oh, pizza sounds good. Wait, meditating. Oh, I should go text that one chick. Oh, wait, meditating. Hold on. Oh, fuck, I'm horny now. Fuck, I have to piss, you know? I'd just be like, I'd be there. I'd be like on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, never being truly able to meditate.
Right.
But then it would eventually help me fall asleep, and he was my transition into ASMR.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was a good time because he actually has a really calming like voice.
All right.
So I was like, oh man, oh yeah, this is good. Like, yeah. So that's it. That's all I got. I mean, I was just curious if you guys have ever tried to. I mean, I guess it would be trying to meditate, but I was just thinking of truly just doing nothing for the purpose of doing nothing.
I think it also
you know?
depends on like the person, right? I'm myself. I try meditate, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a real 50-50 at this stage in my life,
fair.
right? Where sometimes I can just
At this stage in my life, as like a 30-year-old.
right, like. First of all, the environment where you try to meditate is important. You can't be sitting in a room with like another dude just doing stuff and laughing to himself and yelling. Not particularly saying it's you, but I've been roommates with a lot of people, right? So that wouldn't really necessarily work, especially if you're the type of person that would like naturally listen in on stuff.
Yeah. Which is, I'm 100% one of those people.
I think that stems from like some sort of childhood trauma where you're constantly trying to listen to stuff that's around you to sense danger. Right?
Trying to make sure that no one's trying to kill you
100%, right?
or suffocate you.
Or like you have to try really hard to read the mood of like the parents before you go out and do your next action.
Yeah.
Right? Stuff like that. Besides the point got a little dark there.
I think that's pretty natural. I feel like
Right, but
Yeah.
if it comes from a sense of danger, that shit never goes away.
That's fair.
Like you would just sit
I
in your room
guess.
and you would constantly be like, "That's what's happening next room. That's what's happening outside."
Yeah, I
Good.
always think
I
it's-
know what's happening now.
So to step back from like the conversation we were just having,
Yeah,
or like to kind of like make this a conversation like a small bit, right? I think it's fascinating how Josh can sit in a room and completely just trust
yes,
like
Yep.
whatever sounds and stuff like that
Yep.
is happening.
Yep.
I cannot do that.
that doesn't happen for
Like
us.
I've only started doing it very, very recently within like the past like couple of weeks where I have both of my headphones in because I'm always having one headphone off regardless of who's home. I always know who's home and who's not. The only person I don't is Bert because Bert's usually sleeping most of the day and he doesn't really make a whole lot of noise. If he's up and awake, you know he's home.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way where you don't. If he's sleeping, like he's not like a snorer or anything like that, so of course he's not going to make any noise, you know? But outside of that, when everybody's awake, I know who's moving around.
Yeah.
I know where everybody is.
Yeah.
You know, like I can sometimes even like feel, I don't necessarily want to say that I know what mood you're in, but I feel like I know what mood you're in.
Or you might
know?
not know, but you would sure as hell fucking try to predict.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
100%.
you would just be
Well,
thinking
100%.
about that stuff 100%. Like you would try to process as much information as possible about everything that's around you
without directly trying to find out.
Right. Well, without being detected that you're doing it.
That's fair. That's also fair as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I gotten much better at it, but like I used to be able to detect different people from their footstep like the first 3 days that I stay together with them. Like I would know who is who in what direction just based off the type of noises that they would make. Like I would just know because it was just ingrained so much into my brain of finding patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
That you would just know.
100%. I mean, it's like everyone's brain is wired to like find patterns and everything. So of course
100%.
eventually, but when you're actively doing it, it's different, you know?
And it's not not to just take the conversation away from like what you know, Josh. And I think it's really good that you don't have any of these problems. But like that's only something that it's something that would never really go away. You know, you can't turn it off, which is sometimes good. Sometimes you think about it and you're like, that's fucked. I'm fucked, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, so it's just what it is.
I only turn it off when I know that people are home. That's the thing.
And that's fair. Honestly,
I turn it back on when people are not home, and I'm trying to figure out who is home.
And that's totally fair, right?
Yeah.
If anything, I'm the opposite. You know, if like nobody's home, or I'm like, okay, cool.
Up today.
Like, well, it's like any sound that I hear, right? It's different from like any sound that you hear is a bad one, right? Versus like some sounds that you hear are bad ones, right? Because it's like when you're home alone, anything that's happening, like, I mean, at this point, you can tell what's cats and what's not.
Yeah.
You know, like if anything that's not a cat is happening, then I'm aware of like, okay, that somebody's home, right?
There's
and
like
then it becomes like, who is home?
Yeah.
What mood are they in?
Yeah.
Can I go talk to them?
Yeah.
Should I go talk to them?
Yeah.
I usually go out and like try to, you know, like, what's the word? Greet the person like that's come home. So then one, it's like for my peace of mind, where like I know that this person is home.
And also
kind of thing.
like they are aware that I am home.
Yeah.
So whatever. Not that there's any real sense of danger of what's gonna happen, but
yeah,
it's just an ingrained thing.
Yeah. Because it's like, at least for me, whenever I go to greet you, it's like 100%, not 100%, but like it's a good amount to just greet you that you're home.
Yeah.
But there's that bit where it's like,
hey, I'm here.
well, no, not even that.
Here.
It's like,
you know
just in case
here.
if you are not the person I think, or like you were not supposed to be here, like if you were an intruder, then at least I know. It's like it's like almost investigative, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to see like, okay, cool. But the person that has entered the home is someone who's supposed to be home, you know? I don't know. I feel like there's that differentiation of like, of listening to all the sounds that are happening, or like listening for any sound.
Clear filter, isn't there? Like you hear cardboard boxes rustling, you're like cat, and then like you hear like some motherfucker mowing lawn outside. You're like, that's safe, that's safe, that's safe. Keys jingling, danger, and then you just fucking go for it.
Keys jingling, like for me, it's like a half and half, right? Because it's like danger, because that could be. Well, like not danger because that's like somebody alert. That you're like, alert.
This could affect more so
me, an alert.
You know?
Yeah.
Which, if you boil down to like a very basic caveman thing, would be danger. But there's no real danger for us. We're just like, oh, all right, someone's home. You know?
Yeah. That's a good time. Where's my phone? There it is. Oh. Wait, hold on. Before we even do that,
go for it.
Any comments on that, Josh?
No.
That's it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
That is fair.
Go ahead.
From the conversation we just had, right? Clearly, we are not the most
healthy,
relaxed, or healthy people, right? So, I recently started smoking again. Not smoking cigarettes, smoking weed again. And I'm gonna try to do that for the podcast again. I think I tried it before. I don't know if that ever made it to like air. And eventually we decided.
I think you've done it like once or twice.
I might have.
These like kinds of episodes. For the old ones, we definitely did, because we were like, let's be all kinds of different kinds of inebriated, and then we'll figure it out from there.
100%.
And then we realized that caffeine is the way to go.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to transition I recently realized, I had a realization that I'm not the most fun person to hang out with, because I'm kind of an asshole.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, no, I had that realization about myself, and I was like, I am a much like more pleasant person when I'm a little bit high, mostly because I'm happier. I'm not always critical of stuff, and I'm just more easygoing and ready to go along with stuff than I am if I were just myself, right? Because also sometimes when we talk about things and we start to have different opinion, I would get this stick of like, I have to say my bit. Like I don't care if my opinion is right or not, but I just need to get it out, right?
Okay.
I think that intensity, it's a little bit asshole-ish. So what I'm gonna do, right, is I'm gonna try to be a little bit toasty for the podcast again.
Right.
To make sure that I'm a more relaxed person.
Fuck. You saw that?
Sure did.
You use all 6 ranch?
No, I'm saving the other ones for you guys. I don't know if you guys are into...
You should go for it. I'm not gonna eat
Well,
it.
I'm already here,
Nope,
so...
just...
I made spicy mayonnaise.
What? Well, I'm already here. So, here's my opinions about this, right? This is my version of giving my 2 cents, right?
Go for it.
It definitely censored this name. We don't have to add a sound to it. I mean,
We don't?
Doesn't really have... It's kind of like the white bread of people. Like, he doesn't really have any personality.
Go on.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's kind of like, he doesn't really have much of a personality,
okay.
which kind of like attributes to what I'm about to say, right?
Go for it.
I think you shouldn't do that, right? Because this is a censor, right? Did you ever know him?
No.
Okay. So he was a guy that like
that
I
is
knew.
a very white name.
Well, yeah, he was very
that was
very,
the white bread of name for a white bread of a person.
He was very much like a bland kind of guy. He's a cool guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's chill. Like to me, I don't think anybody necessarily has to have anything interesting about them in order for them to be cool to hang around with.
Right.
I mean, they're more entertaining if there's something weird about them, if they have a quirk, but it doesn't really like. I feel like nobody should have to force that on you, kind of thing.
No, it's not like a force thing. Keep going.
Let me get where I'm going. Right?
You got it.
He was an alcoholic, or like he was.
That's a very white person thing too.
Well, not even like he. I don't think
piece of white bread soaked in red wine.
In all the time that I had ever talked to him or knew him, I can count on my hand the time, and I saw this guy every single day. I can count on my hand the times that I saw him sober.
Right.
You know?
Oh.
Because he believed that for people to like him, he had to be inebriated in some way, whether he was crossed, he was high, he was drunk, whatever it was. He felt like he had to be that because that was the version of him that's the more pleasant version of him, right?
I totally understand the precaution of that.
Yeah.
Right? It's a half and half. First of all, it's experimental, right? I'm not trying to make this my whole personality.
I'm the weed guy.
Hey, I'm always fucking high. Nah, but there's another reason why I'm doing this besides being more pleasant, right? So, first of all, I wanted to say why I said I'm recently starting to do it again. I got to the point where I was using it to relieve some stress and like get myself relaxed so that I can just chill, right? And this is going back to like type of person that we are and like how we grew up and how we're always like trying to analyze stuff around us. And weed stops that for like a brief period. Mm-hmm. But then it got to a certain point where I'm a person that's very airy, so I lose stuff a lot. A lot of the times I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening because I don't really like keep track of shit.
Keep moving around.
So when that happened one time and I realized that I don't know where my weed pen is, and it was one of those times where I was trying to like relax, I was like, oh shit, I don't know where it is. And then I started looking for it, and then I really started looking for it. Mm-hmm. And then halfway through that I went full stop and I was like, that's not a healthy reaction to not knowing where my weed pen is, just not obsessively, but like just really looking for it as if that's like my wallet, my ID, or like something that's really important. And I was like, I need to chill the fuck out. So I stopped looking for it. And that was like one of the first time where I was just completely clean and not like using anything. I'm speaking like I had a serious addiction, but it was just I think the beginning of one.
Dependency is like, almost the same thing
100%.
and like towards addiction.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that point I was like, nope, something needs to happen. This is not the right way to do it. So I stopped looking for it, and I didn't touch it for 2 weeks until eventually it just happened to be somewhere, and I found it again, right? And then from that point on, it was very sparingly. Like I might have used it like once a month during that time because I was like, nope, I can't do this. I'm depending on it. I need to like, make sure that I'm not in this sort of relationship with this substance that is supposed to help me, right? So eventually it got to the point right now where I'm fine with it. I'm cautious about it. Like I'm thinking about this, and then sometimes when stuff happens and I'm kind of like, okay, well, I can't find it. I have to let it go. It's not that important, not that deep. And then I just, sit and I chill for a bit. Just me trying to make sure and let you know that I'm all right. Right. I'm not about to fucking go for it and like become a junkie.
Yeah.
But also on the brighter side of that, right? I am so much more creative when I'm a little bit toasty. Right?
Okay.
There's two sides to this, right? I'm a very bland person. Most of my stuff functions off of hard logic, which is not the most interesting thing in the world. So my thoughts will function in a very linear way. Until I take some fucking Zaza and I'm like, what if I did this? Stupid fucking idea.
Right.
But at least somewhat entertaining, right? Now, there's two ways that we can go about this. Like, there's double-edged sword. Single edge, that's good for me, is that I am much more prone to creative thoughts. I have much more ideas. Other side that's bad for me, my threshold for what I think is a good idea lowers.
Right. Okay.
So I have no idea how this is gonna go yet. We'll wait and see. We'll test this out.
Well, you also have the body high too, so.
Right. I'm not trying to be like sativa high where I'm just not thinking straight. I'm just trying to be more relaxed so that I can feel more comfortable and safe making a bit on a joke without being like, that's a stupid fucking thing to say. That's not funny,
Right.
It's just to temporarily block out those negative thoughts.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
I also really fucking hate your Discord profile. Speaking of negative thoughts, right?
Wait, which one? The one on the
I have like seven
the
different
one on
ones.
Chucklefux.
The Chucklefux one?
So the cat?
Yeah, the cat. It's on the 14th. It's on the 14th where I was just really pissed off the entire day. Right? That's a train of negative thought. It's because I was looking at his profile, and his profile is of this really cute cat. Right, it's a really cute white cat that's just like.
Well, we didn't have to bring race into it, man. Come on.
This really cute cracker.
It is really white cracker ass cat.
So it's this cat, and it almost perfectly threw up the icon, except for that little bit on the side, and that shit pissed me the fuck off.
Is that I was like, the only bit that you hate about it?
Damn it.
Oh, okay.
That was the only bit that's a gateway hate, right? That's the gateway hate where I saw it and I was like, and then I tapped into it and I saw other dumb bullshit that's on there, and I was like, holy fuck, this guy's retarded.
Have you seen my newest profile picture?
Hold on. I have to go look at.
It's he thinks he's the funniest person in the world, but it's so fucking retarded.
Bro, what you don't like professional ass muncher?
No, no, absolutely.
What about Poppy Fucks?
No, nope.
Senor Fucks?
Nope.
Fucks fuck?
Nope.
Wait,
what about fuck?
Shit.
Oh, that's a lot.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Like, mine is pretty simple. It's pronouns is he because I'll never be him.
Oh, my pronouns are cum/stain.
Motherfucker's Discord profile looks like a meme page from the early 2000s. Like, what the fuck is this?
And I have Pepe the Frog watching a nuke go off.
Yeah, my profile picture is the Demon Core. It's a guy holding a screwdriver saying, check this shit out. Pulls it out and they all explode. Oh, man.
Yeah. horrible day. Horrible fucking profile.
Oh, I love that it causes you so much anguish.
Look, man, yours
Yeah.
isn't that much better, honestly.
Huh?
Yours is just like your bike.
Yours
And
is
you don't even bike anymore.
Here's the thing,
Yours
right?
is the white bread of fucking
I know.
bros.
I'm not saying mine is any good.
And your name's just J, the letter J.
It's very plain. It's very
And
inoffensive.
then your about me is,
Oh.
what am I? And that's it.
So about that, right?
The what am I?
So about that, I use my Discord about my my profile in general.
Oh, got it.
Right. So I use this Discord for everything. Like I use it to join my college classes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
so
then-
I do too.
hold on, relax. So when I was still actively online looking for dates and stuff, right? I added this girl on Discord, and I forgot that my actual tag is Prime Chinaman, so I had to tell this chick to add me at Prime Chinaman.
Oh, that's hella fucking funny. Oh no.
That's
And
good.
like my white bread ass fucking profile didn't save me dead.
We should just get you like a Chinese outfit, like a traditional Chinese outfit, and then take a picture of you wearing
Yeah.
Holy
that.
shit.
In all red. And then that should be your picture.
I need
on
to get one of
Discord.
those rice farmer hats.
Oh, then like in the background will be like a flag with Xi Jinping on it.
It could be animated where you have like the flag waving behind you.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'll be wearing that, and then I'll be holding a sickle and sickle and hammer cross over my chest like it's a weapon.
Oh, that'd be hella funny.
Oh my
Oh man.
See, we're gonna update your profile picture for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
right.
got you. We got you.
You're-
Easy
you're
clap.
right.
Look,
Easy
as
clap.
much as he's Sean Eric, he's creative with this shit.
Yeah, dog. At least
Fair
I have
enough,
I have
fair
some.
enough.
It's a retarded personality, but it's personality.
Man,
Mine
yeah,
is pretty-
no,
it's
that's
like-
totally right.
Slightly basic. It's like
Holy shit.
entering meme territory, but not too deep in.
yeah.
Well, it's like
It's hella funny.
at least if I'm gonna do a profile that's meme-ish, right? It's 1 or 0 or 100. Like it's
0 or
either I'm
100.
the most white bread looking motherfucker, or I just go whole hog like this guy. Right? There's
whole
no
hog, man.
in between. I'm not doing like a half-ass
Honestly,
fucking
I don't
thing.
even
I'm
think
just
I'm
gonna
that,
go for
like
it.
whole hog. I think I could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I could
It could
definitely be worse.
I'm gonna make my banner like a really shitty cut collage of all the Chinese related memes. Like I'm gonna have the
No.
fucking Tom and Jerry cat that goes ching chong chong ching, and I'm gonna have to walk.
You should do an MS Paint drawing of like the Chinese flag, and then
Oh, well,
and then have like a collage of everything.
That's not
like
deep fried. No, I need it to be like the shittiest, lowest quality, but not made by myself because that's too much effort. It needs to be extremely low effort, right?
Should be like a shitty star, and then like you're like.
I was retarded, and I was like, the Chinese flag, draw a Chinese. It's just a red dot. And I was like, wait, that's not it. That's the wrong Asians.
It's
wrong
Chinese
slanty eyes.
adjacent. You're almost there.
Chinese
It's
adjacent.
Eastern Chinese.
It's hella funny. It's very
We
good.
got racist again.
You want to go more racist? I can go more
100%,
racist.
You know,
Yeah,
I was on the
you
train.
know we have the potential.
I was on the train and I was chilling, right? I was
no.
having like a very like quote unquote respectable day, right?
What?
Where I was
Okay, I see what you're saying. You got
like
it,
I
got
was
it, that process.
appreciating more things than normal. I was like, you know what? That's respectable. I like that. Oh, that's respectable. I like that. I was having a respectable
like
kind of day.
people's
you know?
actions.
Yeah, like what people were
Okay.
doing, right? And so I was on the train and I was going to work, you know, my usual thing. I think I was a little bit late or whatever. And like at first, it was like I was in the middle, right? I was like kind of slightly annoyed because I was late, right? Because I think it was the day where I my tire got flat, right?
Oh, the
so
first
day.
yeah. So I had to walk. And I got to the train, so I was a little bit annoyed. I was like, fuck, but I was drinking my mushroom coffee. So I was in like a slightly like, you know, better mood than I normally would be, which I have no idea if that correlates. That could be totally placebo, but at least I feel okay, right?
Yeah.
It's so I went onto the train and I was chilling
Yeah.
and I saw this guy, right? The most cholo.
What color?
Cholo.
He's cholo colored, man.
That's a flavor. That's not a color.
He was like this brown guy. He was like a Mexican guy,
All right, cool.
or at least Latin guy. He might not be Mexican.
All right.
He might be Hispanic too, because I guess there's a fucking difference.
Is
What?
there?
There's a difference between Hispanic and Latin. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Anyways,
We're not going to go into that.
Yeah.
Go.
No.
But there's this guy,
that's not
brown
the fun
colored
type
guy.
of racist. We're here for that fun type of
Yeah,
racist.
not the fucking stupid kind. Fucking, there was this brown colored guy,
Uh-huh.
you know, presumably of Spanish speaking descent, right?
Okay, yeah. No, go.
And he
Good
looked
God.
like the most cholo looking dude you could imagine, right?
Saggy pants,
Saggy
beanie
pants.
on,
I don't know. I think he had like
baggy ass sweater.
well, no, he had the collared shirt with the white shirt underneath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of cholo, right?
Okay.
And he didn't have a beanie on. He had a hat. He had like a cap.
A cap,
on.
yeah.
Okay.
Respectable.
Like
That's
the
a respectable
high
cholo
white,
fit. Yeah.
the high white socks.
Like
Yep.
yellow, like covering
Long
his
ass
eyebrows.
fucking shorts that go past the knee.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Edgar cut and
Yep,
like
yep.
the facial hair
Yep,
and everything. Like
Having his
No
pants
chains?
low so the homies can access.
I don't know if he had a chain on, but yeah, maybe.
Fair enough. Okay.
But definitely sagging like low enough that like his homies could hit if they wanted to, you know. So I saw that guy on the train, and I was like, nice. And I saw him looking down at something, and I was like, he's on his phone, right? Like it doesn't really matter. But then I looked, and I was like, he's reading a book right now. That's respectable. That's awesome. I'm watching
cute.
this.
Getting educated. Man.
Yeah, I can't remember if no, I didn't see the book that he was reading, but I remember it wasn't like some like
Mein
dumbass.
Kampf.
Well, yeah, imagine. No, but it wasn't like a stupid book. It wasn't like a fiction or anything like that. It was like something
Straight up a book,
educational.
yeah.
Like it was something that he was trying to learn.
That he's enjoying literature.
Yeah,
you know?
and he was like straight up. He was like reading it. He read it the entire time he was on the train, and I was like, "That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's a good fucking time." He's trying to make his way out of the streets, you know, and that was a good time. That's all there is really to it. I just thought I wanted to shout that guy out. I don't even know his name.
I really enjoy those
Hey,
like
cholo guy in the
Hey,
train.
fucking guy, brown colored guy of Spanish speaking
What
descent.
train? So then we can bleep it out.
God damn it. No, I get you though. I really enjoy those unexpected moments. I had one of those with my dad when
Yeah.
I was working with him, where we were working, and a lot of the times we have to access the attic, right? So when you access the attic, you have to go on a ladder, and he would the whole day I was just working with him. Nothing was unusual, and then he reaches up to the attic, and because he reaches up, like that pulls his pants up a little bit, and I saw. Because when he reached up, like the leg of his pants kind of go up slightly with it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? I
guess,
saw this
yeah.
motherfucker was wearing pink donut socks. I was like, what the fuck?
Your dad?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For
Nice.
a second, I was like, what the? And it's like,
You know what?
that's cute. I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you, Dad. Like,
No, that's awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah,
I asked
that's
him
hella
about
funny.
it, and he was like, no, yeah, your mom got it on discount.
Nice.
And I went
Even
home.
better.
I went home and I asked my mom about it, and my mom, a totally unexpected reaction, just full on shout on my dad in front of me. He's like, "Yeah, this motherfucking dumbass bitch doesn't know how to buy socks. Every pair of socks that you buy like has hole in them in like a month and a half. I bought him some dumbass fucking donut socks. He's been wearing it for 2 months, no problem." And I was like, "Bruh."
That's hella funny. That's a good fucking time. I had like a
man.
kind of like respectable moment with my dad. My dad too, right? Where so like I recently started going to school again, like in person and everything.
Yeah.
Just taking online classes here and there. Whether or not that's worked out is kind of totally been up to me, right? But my dad has also been trying to go back to school, right? And apparently he didn't finish like his high school degree, which I didn't really know. And he had a moment where like he couldn't like he was trying to take like actual college level classes, but then like shit happened, he couldn't do it, so he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go and try to finish my high school like my diploma or whatever, or like get my diploma, and he went over I don't remember exactly like what happened because I was in the middle of class and he was just like sending me messages and I got the general gist of it, but he was like, oh yeah, like, you know,
Gist.
I can because he wasn't sure if like the reasons that complicated him not going to the college level courses was also
just
going
give
to
me a
like
bag.
prevent him from going to the high school level courses and everything. So I was being pretty pessimistic about it, and I was pretty much like telling him that I was like, it's probably not going to work, Bob. Like it's like you couldn't get into the community or like the community college level courses, right? You're going to try to go to the adult school that's of the same community college. They're probably still not going to let you in. But towards the end of my class, like he texted me, he was like, yeah, like they let me in, and I was like, nice. That's a good fucking time. Yeah. I was like, respectable moment, you know, not even a respectable moment. I was just like, nice, Dad, nice, cool. And apparently he's gonna start like classes and stuff soon. Cool. So
that's nice.
It was a good time. Yeah,
I'm
like
happy
it's
for him.
completely full, completely free. You know, parking stuff too. Everything's free.
I'm pretty full of shit.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I remember very recently my parents were telling me about how my dad had to get his GED as well before I was born because he's
Filipino.
Yeah.
No.
He didn't do good in high school. Like he joined gangs and did all that shit.
Yeah.
But then before that conversation, we were like talking about COVID and like all the lockdown and shit. So the way that the whole how do you say it?
Conversation?
Yeah, the whole conversation went. It made it sound like that he just recently got his GED. And they were like, when was this? When did you get your GED? How come you didn't celebrate it? It's like, oh, this is before you were born. And I was like, that makes a total that makes way more sense.
Yeah. That's hella funny.
Bro, your dad was one of those cholos that's in the game but reading on the subway.
Yeah,
man.
That's hella
sure
funny.
Was.
Oh man, that's fucking that's dope.
That was a good time. You got any notes, Josh? Respectable moments.
Let me see.
Respectable homie moments.
You don't have. It doesn't have to be respectable, but
wait,
if
you had like a homie thing, didn't you?
What?
What? Your brodom note. The ultimate brodom.
I have a lot of notes, but I was looking because me and Jay have been doing a lot of notes. I want to make sure we get to see some of your notes.
I don't have that much.
We can keep going. I just want to make sure that you get the notes that you want to get in.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that we're not filling up the whole podcast with our bullshit.
Because we can very easily do it.
We could probably fill up a whole like 2-hour episode by ourselves if we try.
And still have extra to go on.
Yeah.
Another 2.
Because we don't know how to fucking shut up.
They're very short.
That's fine.
Go for it.
Huh?
Go for it.
The ratio will at least be okay in notes, you know, versus 220.
Unless you want to save it for the next episode. Up to you.
Yeah, we can finish off with my note then.
Go for it.
Not that much.
Wait, are we finishing? Are we done?
We're at hour 17 in right now.
We can keep going for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This could be the last note for now.
Go. Please.
What's the worst feeling?
What?
So
having your skin ripped off of your flesh.
You're feeling your
pulling
finger.
a hangnail back and then like it goes.
Oh my god, bro! I was looking at so totally to take this conversation away from you, right? I was looking at hands, right? Because she gets like her hands get really cut up because she's dealing with papers all fucking day,
so
right?
They get really dry.
Yeah, they get really dry.
It's the tape, right?
Well, not even just that.
That's
it's just
tape?
like she's just like sorting through papers all day, and she has to like pick stuff out. So like she has like a lot of like like she gets like a lot of like little cuts on.
You should
like,
get her like a hand lotion.
Well, it's not even like the dryness. Like she will straight up get like a bunch of paper cuts on her fingers, kind of thing. Yeah, because she deals with so many different papers. Like it's just gonna happen. I was looking at one, and it was
get
like
finger condoms.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah. My mom also does a bunch of document stuff, which is like working in accounting stuff. Her trick for not getting that much paper cut is that she would have a very fine mist bottle next to her, and when she has to sort through stuff, she would just go psst, psst, and then she would go for it afterward. Makes the cut a lot better.
Mist bottle like spray on the papers or on her hands?
Not on her
around
hand,
it, right?
But spray like a good few distance away from the paper so that they absorb a bit of the moisture, but the paper are not moist itself. It's to stop it from being so hard so that it would cut you, right? Because it's hard only because it's dry.
Oh, I see.
So if the
hard,
air
though.
around it is a little bit more moist, she goes psst, psst, and then just let it sit for a bit.
That would be hard because the moments where she is going through papers and stuff.
There's always people around.
Well, not
that.
really just that. Nobody would really care.
Yeah.
It's more so that she's touching pictures, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
she wouldn't really
Oh,
want to, because she deals with order forms, but most of those are like folded edges, so those aren't going to cut her, right?
Yeah.
But the bits that do cut her are just like the straight up pictures that she's like sorting through.
That's
you
rough.
know,
Yeah.
it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she get her finger condoms.
I mean, she already we already have finger condoms. She just doesn't like wearing them.
Oh.
Like there are
can respect
solutions.
that.
She just
Yeah.
doesn't like wearing them because it just doesn't feel that as like
Yeah.
she like her grip isn't as good or something. I don't know.
No, I get that though. I do that
guess,
during work
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I keep telling her, but it's just whatever. But you know how like you have like some I don't really have any on my hands right now, but like you know how like you have like the little bits of like skin that kind of come up like kind of like hangnails like off the bed of your nail.
Yeah.
You know? But she had one that was like way lower on her finger, and I was like, that has to fucking hurt because it's like at like a because when it's closer to your nail, I don't know. It's just this is such like a small thing that we're talking about. We're having a whole conversation about it. Actually, you know, I'm proud of us for having a whole conversation about something so small.
Yeah, this is what we wanted.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right, Jaden? This is what you wanted.
Yeah.
Conversations out of boring shit.
Yeah, a conversation out of nothing.
Deep lore about nothing.
Exactly.
But it's like when you have a hangnail that's closer to the bed of your nail, it's like a little bit more manageable. But it's when it's higher on your finger, it's like it's almost worse in a way. I don't know if that like makes sense at all. But
It's
she
more
has like
fleshy,
it's
Yeah.
more fleshy.
No, that
and
makes
there's-
sense.
Yeah. So she had like a bunch of those that are like further down her nails.
Motherfucker had like a whole
fingers.
ass, you know, one of those like on the street sign and like posts and stuff. They would have like little bits of paper that's like cut to tear away and get
Oh,
a
yeah,
number.
yeah, yeah.
She has one of those on her finger. Just like
it pretty much like that on her
Yeah.
finger. But instead of like being along the bed of her nail, it's like along the first wrinkle of her finger. You know, it's like it's really low, and it looks like it really hurts.
Eesh.
So
yikes.
yeah,
What's the worst feeling ever, Josh?
Oh, I was just saying
I
how
totally forgot about that.
I played. I used to play Osu a lot.
oh
back
yeah.
then.
Okay.
I played recently. I suck ass.
No.
Yeah. No.
No.
It's like after so many years of play, like where did it all go?
Where did it go?
It's all
that
gone.
Experience. Yeah.
I know I have to de-rust or unrust to not. Where I just gain my skills back gradually.
To de-rust.
No, you're
Unrust.
good. We got it the first time. You can just keep going. You don't have to
Like,
explain
you
it.
gave me
You're
a
good.
look
You're
like,
good.
what the fuck does that mean?
Just ignore him. He does that all the time. Just ignore him. It's fine. It's fine. Just move on. He would just.
I
He'll
know
be
what you were
fine.
trying to say,
Oh,
but
man.
it's like the de-rust, unrust.
See,
They're
here's
just
the
funny
dilemma
words.
with him, right? Whenever he
Funny
gives you that
words.
look, the more you try to explain it, the worse it gets. Just move on. It's so
a
much
habit.
easier.
I have to
You got
explain.
it. You got it. No, you got it. We believe in you.
You never have
We
to explain. I will never. What? Were you about to tell me to shut the fuck up? I will end you.
What are you gonna do? Sit on my chest?
Pass out. What?
What?
I will shit on your chest. You know what?
Oh yeah. Please
I will
keep
never
going.
get offended
Yeah,
by
no.
you just ignoring me. I get it.
Ah, it's
It's
hella
funny,
funny.
No, it's just that. It's just going back to something that you used to be like
Really,
decently,
yeah.
relatively, really good at, and then going back to it and be like complete ass at it. Like I knew I was good at this. What happened to
Yeah.
it?
Josh, I had one of those moments where I went back to Monster Hunter World recently. When you remember when we used to play a lot of fucking shit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I saw on my old account that I have 460 something hour on that game. No,
Yeah.
not on that game. Just on that account, I have another fucking account that's like not nearly as
It's
long.
like, yeah.
But I was like, God damn, I no life this game, right?
Yeah.
And then I went back and I was like, what's my last mission? It was tempered bracadillos and
You're there already? I guess we're both there.
and Gravinus. And I was like,
Oh,
I don't know.
wait. Oh, you haven't done that yet.
I haven't done that yet. I'm sure you've done it before,
Yeah.
but I stopped during
I'm
that
at
time.
I'm at Safi right now.
Right. So I went for it and I forgot everything. Like I forgot how to use all my buttons. I forgot what the combos are. I forgot the charges. I forgot like what each of the stuff does,
He's-
attack patterns, and I died like 15 minutes into the hunt, which is typically an hour. So
Yeah.
You see,
fuck.
that happened with me
Yeah.
on Rise, where I'm like, there's so many things
Bro.
to control in that game.
Telling you.
And we're
Oh,
like, when we
shit.
first played Rise, we're like, oh, this is so easy.
It's
You can-
because that was right off of World, where World
Yeah.
was so much more hectic than Rise.
But then I played World, and they beat one of the
Dude.
harder monsters recently.
Oh my god!
I was like, I'm a god in that game.
You're like,
still.
I'm a god.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a god. I had shit armor, shit things.
Yeah.
I beat like 2 of the hardest monsters in the game.
Yeah.
oh, it's hella funny.
Nice. Very good.
Do you have anything like that, Eric?
I think the only thing that I could say that would be similar to that is I used to be like when I played video games when I was younger, I used to be really good, right? At like most like shooters and stuff, like Halo, usually top 3 leaderboard. Same thing with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Top 3, you know?
Oh,
usually.
I'm sure if we go back to that,
I'm sure
we're gonna be complete ass.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, the thing is like I kind of lost that with like most games as a whole because I stopped playing for like 6 years.
That's
you know what I
fair.
mean? And then I came
Yeah.
back to it towards like my freshman year of college / like senior year of high school. Like after that, that was when I first started gaming again. And it's only been like a few years since then, right? And even then, like I wasn't gaming anywhere near as much as before. You
that
know,
was me with starting off in Apex
that's
because
fair.
it was I switched from like controller to M&K,
Yeah.
which is so drastic. I haven't played any shooters like in 4 years during that time.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like if I was playing Apex around the time when I was playing like games every single day for hours and on, like I would have been so good. I would have been so good at that game.
Yeah.
But now I've like you guys play with me. I'm not like I can hold my own sometimes, you know, but I'm not anywhere near
It's
like
also-
where I know I used to be, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like
So-
multiplayer games in general have just gotten more sweatier.
They've got that is
So much
that is
more
the
sweaty.
case.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when we first started playing Apex, we were chilling for the most part, right, Jaden?
Well, not me, but you guys were chilling for the most part.
Yeah, I can't really see Jay chilling.
Apex is my first shooter, so I haven't chilled until very recently, and even that's very situational.
Yeah.
yeah.
I say it got worse over time. Because every
Honestly,
lobby
might
is
have.
like a diamond
Honestly,
and a
might have,
master. And
yeah.
occasionally
Yeah.
friend, I'm like, why are these in my pub lobby?
Yeah.
I don't know what is the deal with like the lobby. Sometimes I think it's also based off like what time we're trying to play at.
Probably.
Sometimes people would suck ass. Like we would stand still and snipe at them, and they would shoot like 8 times more shots we do and hit nothing.
Yeah.
Other times we would walk across the field and got our armor crack. Like, and we didn't even know who shot us. We're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? And then like 2 minutes later, the
Yeah.
motherfuckers come out of nowhere and just like sweep our entire team for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time
That's
I
a good
get
time.
like one clipped in that game and die instantly, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this guy to see if he's cheating. And then his immediately next fight,
yeah.
everything like goes around the enemy. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. It's just like that
Yeah.
one. You were like that one perfect kill that they got. Yeah, that's hella funny. That's a good time.
It's a sad feeling. I don't want to feel bad at games, especially since I played them a lot.
Yeah. I was having a moment like that when I was playing Planet Side. I didn't used to play Planet Side before, but I used to play, Battlefield, which is similar in a sense.
Yeah.
Or at least like the sniping mechanics, like bullet drop and everything. I used to play Battlefields and like games like realistic type games like that a lot, right? And so I was very familiar with bullet drop. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to shoot this gun just to see what the bullet drop is. All right, I got this. I can shoot at almost any range,
Yeah.
whatever. I start playing Planet Side, similar mechanics. I can't fucking hit anything. if someone's standing still, it takes me 4 shots just to hit them once, just to get like the range like good. Like, and they can be standing completely still, and I'm like, fuck, my like depth, like my field of depth or whatever that is called, is like absolutely shit now, So
Yeah.
but yeah,
On very rare instances when I'm playing Apex.
on very what?
On very rare. Where? Oh, very rare
Honestly, I don't
instances.
think that's one that's like never gonna improve. I think that'll always be.
I know.
always
I have
it's like
accepted
Looney
my
Tunes,
fate.
It's like it's duck season.
No, I have.
We're hunting rabbits.
It's rabbit season.
Yep, unfortunately, that's just
The
gonna
baby
be with
whales.
me for the rest of my life, right? I'm gonna be like, that's where.
That's where. That's a rabbit. That's a Chinese man. He finds rare items.
That's right, rare items. But on very rare occasions, I would be playing Apex, and I would like before I shoot a sniper, and I would in my mind be able to see the bullet arc before I shot.
No, yeah, definitely.
And then I'll be like, all right, that's the way to go. And then it's during those times where sniping is actually like a wearable option, like a valuable strategy for me. But otherwise, same thing as you. 4 fucking shots, 1 hit if I'm lucky.
Yeah, no, that's a good time.
Also, Apex is not the best game for like sniping because
that was like my
sometimes,
primary way of playing any game, really.
right, and that is totally fair. In real life too, sniping is very, very good.
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely.
like a thing, right? But in Apex, sometimes people would just be like, do. Other times people would be like, they would just be doing the craziest fucking movement shit, and you're like, how the fuck is he flying? What the fuck is happening? Why is he so fucking fast? Ain't no way we're hitting any of those shots if those motherfuckers
absolutely
are just
not. Yeah,
holy shit.
I'm also really bad with like recoils and stuff. There are people that like study recoil patterns, and I'm like, that's fantastic. I'm glad you're studying recoil patterns. Not gonna be me. I ain't putting that much effort into this shit. I either miss my shots or I hit them, and that's it. You know, like I know the general like idea of recoil, but I'm not gonna go any further into that.
Yeah.
Like,
Just hold down. That's usually the strat.
exactly. It's like hold down. People are like, oh well, it'll go like, and then it'll like, yeah. I'm just nah.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's why if you see people with like a fucking SMG and they shoot it and it's
like a
straight fucking line, you're like, bro, what the flying fuck?
Absolutely not.
Nah, ain't no way.
I study the patterns.
What?
I study all the patterns.
And that's fine. I mean, that's fine. Like, that's why you hit more of your shots than I do. I do not care. You know, I'm not shitting on anybody that study, you know, like recoil patterns. Granted, you know, you're definitely no-lifing it, right? But at the same time, it's like if that's the way you enjoy that game, and if that's a game that you play every single day, and you want to put that much detail and effort into playing it, by all means, go for it. I will never do that. You know, if you're gonna ask me to play a game with you, I'm gonna do my best, right? But I'm not gonna go so hard and so obsess over it that like it's not gonna be fun for me anymore. That's just not the way I have fun.
Yeah, that's just not the type of of effort that we put into gameplay. At least for me, also.
If my it was DayZ, on the other hand, I'm so sorry for interrupting you.
Go for it.
If it's DayZ, I am studying everything. Everything matters, you know. But no.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. That's about it.
No, go ahead.
No.
The best install I saw in the stream one time was
the what?
The best install I saw in the stream was this guy's the type of guy to hold his breath while sniping.
Hold his breath while sniping.
I also think it's really funny, Josh, that you don't notice that you hold your breath when you're in a firefight in Apex.
Yeah. I've seen you do that too.
100%.
It's involuntary.
Also, it's just funny because it's so noticeable to everyone else, but to you, you don't notice it because you're just so in the moment, which I think it's great because
I think you probably know what's going on, but like you don't like in that moment you don't really care because you're trying to kill the guy. You know, that's
just
totally
like
fine.
every time there's a firefight in anything, he would just go. And he would just hold that.
Yeah. No, sometimes like when I'm
I have to sweat sometimes. Okay.
When I'm really sweaty, I also do that too. Like when I know that we're like trying really hard to win that game and not just memeing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to snipe somebody, I'm also like, fucking. You know, and I don't fucking miss.
My thing is actual sweat. Like I would legitimately get sweaty if like we're playing and it's a really intense moment.
That's
so
fair.
you do sweat.
100%.
Yeah, that's hella funny.
My sweat comes from the pits only.
That's fair.
And also, right,
you need
only happens in intense situation.
Yeah.
Any other time doesn't happen. If we're in a very intense situation, afterward, whether I want to lose, I'd be like, God damn.
Man, that's me with my hands. Like my hands, will tell you how sweaty my hands get. My hands will get sweaty for the absolutely no reason. I could just be chilling. I'm there. My hand's like on her thigh or whatever, and I'll have to like turn my hand over just so like my hand can dry off before I leave like a sweat imprint on her jeans. You know what I mean? And especially when I'm nervous or like say if like
funny.
You know. Say if I'm driving or whatever, or if I'm playing a game, after I've gotten past the point of like that stresses me out, I take my hands off, wipe it on my pants, and then I bring my hands back to the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like my hands actually get really sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palm
I
sweaty.
know it looked like
Mom
I
spaghetti.
sort of like spaced out right there, but I was like looking for one of the GameCube controllers because I have a GameCube controller that has like that has a fan inside of it.
There's a fan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
That's
that sounds
pretty
kind
good.
of
I think
dope,
it's in the
honestly.
bag back
Wait,
behind
hold
you.
on. I'm getting up. I'm looking at this shit.
Yeah, you can.
All right, thank you everyone for watching.
It's a blue one.
This one?
Yeah, I think it has all the controllers in there. Yeah. It's like,
Oh, this one?
yeah, that has a fan
Is
in there.
that what those are?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like you see the little switch.
Airflow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's the best controller if you have sweaty hands.
Yo, that's sick.
That is actually pretty
That's
sick.
awesome.
I think
I'm
there's.
not anywhere
I don't
near
think
the
there's
mic.
a
You can
mouse
hear me.
that has it. I'm not sure. I have to check. I think
not
there
sure
is.
if we
I'm not
can
sure.
hear it.
I like
But-
my mouse,
I
honestly.
know that there's a mouse that has like a heater inside of it. So
Ew, no, what the fuck?
no, it's like when
That's
it's
like
cold.
the opposite of what
I
I,
know,
want.
but it's
yeah. I don't think I would ever want a heated controller ever, regardless of what
think-
I'm doing.
I think having a fan in the controller is
Oh
like the
my
best thing
God.
ever if you have
Oh
sweaty
my
hands.
God,
I don't know why
yes.
more companies don't do this.
Yo, I would.
And plus, that's a GameCube controller too. It's not even
that's
modern.
like that's an old thing. Yo, I will suck the dick of anyone who gives me a fucking fan controller.
Josh, you have the means. Go for it.
You want to get your dick sucked, man?
Let me see online.
Let me see online.
Bro.
Should we end it?
Yo, what? What?
Or-
Oh, are we at
Or hour 36.
hour 36? How are we feeling? Want to end this episode?
We can go for another
I
one.
haven't had my energy drink yet either. So
That's fair. Wait, we got to your note, right?
yeah,
The best feeling in the world?
the worst feeling.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. You have one note. how you remember the exact opposite of what his note was?
Ew.
He's only got the one.
Hey, look,
how
man.
you fuck this up?
Look, man, he's the one that has the good memory. You're the one that's Chinese, and I'm the one that is brown.
Very good.
He's the only one with an actual character trait.
Hey, just like
There's
the
a
rest
few,
of the brown
actually.
people.
What do you mean? Just like the rest of the... Are you deporting
Oh, wait,
us?
wait.
Are you
Yeah.
deporting the episode?
That's right.
Nice.
We're gonna deport this episode like we're gonna deport Bert.
Yeah.
That's right. We're gonna
He's
call
going
ice
back
on
to
this
where
episode.
he came from.
There's a few.
Are you actually trying to get me to suck your dick, dog?
No,
I think
I'm
so.
just
No,
looking.
I think he's
Look,
he's
man,
browsing. He's
I
browsing.
appreciate it. I mean,
But
like,
it's all old school though. It's not new.
not new controllers.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I thought you were talking about him sucking your dick. It's like, damn, bro. I didn't know y'all swing that way.
He has the old school stuff. He doesn't have the new
I think
stuff.
you know what? I think what it is because the vibration in controllers is now in the handles.
Yeah,
the
they would
vibrators.
do it.
The vibrators.
Yeah, I mean,
The vibrators are in the handles, so there's no real place to put the fans.
Yeah.
No, what if they made like the vibrators dual
fans?
function?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw a few of those, but
That would make sense. That would totally make sense. Why am I a fucking genius, dog? I'm a god.
Unlike Eric, who's a god, right? Every mortal being, including this episode, will eventually come to die. It's
Except
time
me.
to kill, except him because he's a god.
Yeah, I'm a god.
intercooler good.
I have a
I
higher
think
intellect.
it's time for this episode to
Oh.
also die. Thank you everyone for
Gods
sitting through
don't bleed.
another fucking episode of Chucklefux. I don't know how you guys do this because I'm
You
struggling.
You cannot fathom
Is
my
that Switch
power.
controller?
You can't fathom what it's like to live for an eternity. I've seen worlds
If
that
you want
you
to see
could
a
never
picture
imagine.
of this GameCube controller that we're fucking coming
shit,
all
yeah, you're
over, right? Please do follow us on social media. We have X,
Social.
we have social, we have Instagram, we have.
I've seen the death of trillions.
We have a Discord. We
I've
have
watched the
we have
cycle
two
start
Reddits.
over and
You
over.
decide which one is official Reddit, and then we
There's
have
OnlyFans,
I've
Pornhub,
OnlyFans,
eventually.
Pornhub,
I've seen governments
Do
topple
you say Patreon?
TikTok,
under themselves.
Patreon. Oh, follow us on Patreon for uncut version of this episode as well. It's always a
I've
good
seen the
fucking time to hear
first-class
all of our
starve.
racist thoughts and all of our censored and extremely political statements. Looking forward to getting canceled. Anyways,
I've seen the third world eat the first world
Oh, me
multiple
too.
times. Very good. I've seen parts of the universe you can't even fathom. You can't imagine. I've seen people you would never think of that
Were there
exist.
actual air controllers in those other universes? I don't see them on here.
No, this was the
okay,
first.
bye.
Can't imagine the pain I've seen.